Greeting cards.
Sorry, we're closeted.
Greetings, cards.
This lady gets turned up later. Only know that.
Is that your prediction?
Yes. She's a crazy old lady. Taking body
She's
shots
Kelly.
and stuff.
Sorry.
No need to apologize. How are you, dear?
How are you, Terry?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm.
Where's Tim?
That's more accurate than calling the other one Josie.
I don't know, man. I put up a picture next to her. You'd be like,
okay,
whoa.
I guess. Taking it one moment at a time.
It's the best way to be.
Why is she the most graphically detailed woman, too?
Wrinkles.
Like, out of all the characters, yeah, but like her hair looks even better than
Yeah,
everyone's.
he was helping me not too long ago. I think he just left. Can't have gotten too far.
Got it. Thanks.
Is that Max she was asking about?
Yeah. Oh, she's got Alzheimer's.
What did you just say?
Alzheimer's.
You mean Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's.
No.
She
I used to call it
looks
old timers.
terrible. I can't leave her like this.
Is it not Alzheimer's?
I can't leave her like this. Proceeds to
Great
poke
things
around the
have
rest of the
small
shop.
beginnings, or something. To help fill the gaping void inside, we offer you our condolences in the form of this mass-produced card.
Yes.
Take his
It's
glasses
actually
off.
called a cool gnome now.
That guy is still bad to the gnome.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh,
So they managed to portray such a mix of emotions on her face all at once, and that was really impressive.
I should get in.
Are you really looking up Alzheimer's?
No.
Are you okay? Like, do you have
Yeah.
Alzheimer's?
Not yet.
Okay, this shirt rules. Is it Riley's?
What?
What do you
Chomp
want?
bot.
You want to make fun of me too, like those other jocks?
No.
What? No. You made a sick killer robot and won a contest. That's...
First of all, we got third place. And anyway, he's not a robot. Technically, he's. Ugh. God. Way to take the bait, Rye.
Oh
What?
God, they're multiplying.
Read her emotions.
No, read everything else first.
Hummy, sweetie, hummy.
She doesn't know why you're in her store, Andrew.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know where
anything
she is. She can continue to not know where she is for another few
Oh,
minutes.
the door's
while we
open.
look at
The
all
door's
the
open. The
things.
door's open.
Lived in uglier places.
There's a door open. Steal it. Steal her money. She won't know.
Riley is officially a.
Steal her money.
Oh, you got milk?
That's
not
not
milk.
milk. I would not drink that.
No. No, no,
They
it's
look
not.
like they have a really sweet relationship. Everyone wants an orchid until they realize how much work it takes to keep them alive. Kind of like foster kids.
Damn!
True, true, true. She can say that 'cause
I wonder
she's a
what-
foster kid.
No wonder Jamie liked orchids so much.
What?
What?
Ambrosia. Ambrosia was a foster kid.
No,
Jamie
I
likes
know,
orchids.
but
I live here
Jamie
now.
actually loves orchids.
but like
that's
that,
one of her favorite flowers.
that's still.
She's
Wow.
talking about foster kids and orchids, and Jamie liked both. Jamie took a foster kid, and Jamie loves orchids. That's one of her favorite flowers.
Anyways,
Her
here's
daughter,
Wonderwall.
maybe not, but
I love how she just like reaches out to them like Jedi style.
maybe this will help her forget about her son dying. I mean, brother dying. The gnomes are scaring her. Sorry.
Time to figure out why she's afraid.
The gnomes, they're multiplying.
How does she hide all of this?
In the cash register.
I was just in front of her. Now I'm here.
You're just now noticing?
All my memories are fading. I feel broken.
Whoa. I like that the environment changes when whatever her name was crying earlier. It was raining outside, but it was actually sunny.
If they know about my condition, they'll make me close this place.
Why are we whispering? It's creepy. What does that say?
That's the point.
Wait, go back. I want to read that sign.
Not in the window.
That caused.
Wait. It doesn't say. Wait, what am I? What?
You didn't see it change after you looked at it? It went from closed to
No.
le closed. Or le closed. That's what I was saying. Le closed.
Close there.
The ghost did.
The gnome scares her secretly too.
Yes.
The doctor said I had more time, but everything is becoming so out of order.
Order.
No, into the office.
Oh. She's scared about what's her name leaving.
Finds out. She can't find out.
Can't find out.
Faceless.
I forgot who
Creepy.
she is.
You gotta face your fears.
Thank you, dear. I'll get started on it right away. Just come by with the check whenever you're free.
What the?
That's cool. She forgot about the check.
Holy.
Oh, we're in Silent Hill, Andrew.
Oh no.
This is actually legit.
It's about to
Kinda-
get
this is-
spoopy.
This is kind of Silent Hillish.
We just
All
got
right,
home.
never become friends with Eleanor. Just never talk to Eleanor again until she offers drinks.
It's not just that she forgot what she was doing. She's afraid she's forgetting everything. But how can I help her?
She forgot how to spell closed.
Le caused.
Le coste. Statali. Le coste.
Forget what you were working on?
You could say I'm having a bit of a senior moment.
Well, maybe I can help.
Think harder.
Maybe try closing your eyes and really concentrating on what you were doing.
Now I feel mean for making you go through all the steps that weren't the right one.
If only.
What do you mean?
Seems like you have a lot going on today.
You
I
can
could
say
help
that,
you retrace your
sweetheart.
steps.
Oh, I don't want to keep you.
Yeah, that's not helping her actually. Because now she has more anxiety.
Hey, I want to help.
Well, who are you?
What am I doing?
Okay, what would Eleanor have done first?
Look at the gnome.
the sign.
Or turn the sign.
It's the sign for
What?
the spell. What the?
Dude, that's cool. This is pretty sick. I'm glad we came in here by accident.
You must have flipped the sign to open.
I always flip it first thing when I come in, and then I open my mail. Something must have distracted me.
You?
Better. We can do this.
The cash register would be next.
No, the flower cooler.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like if I was opening a place, I'd open the door and then the register and then the flowers because the flowers are.
Or
least
the
important.
phone rang. The phone rang.
I don't think that was second. Really don't.
Well,
I guess it
no,
is.
because she
no,
said
they're forcing you.
something distracted her from opening the mail. So check if you can do
flowers.
something with the phone. The register's gonna be last.
Well, no, the flowers are locked, Andrew. It said second on the... Or, sorry, everything else is last. The flowers said second. Wait, what? What? How does the register... What?
I think the
What?
phone rang.
So what's fun?
Could a phone call have distracted you?
No, sweetheart.
Yes. I got a call first thing in
The
the
look on
morning.
her face it looked like she was about to sneeze too.
I can't
Sorry.
think who it was.
Maybe
Riley.
we can find something to remind you.
It was the order in the pantry. Why is she just standing there, not, like, breathing?
Could be.
So-
Could be the
so
order in the
Riley?
pantry.
Secto...
cooler. Let's try Riley first, though, because we're here.
She was trying to figure out who was on the phone now.
Yeah, who called her? Let's try Riley.
Could it have been Riley who called?
I think that's right. She called to tell me about a new order.
I'm wondering if there's actually no order to this. I'm wondering if they...
What's the order for?
If it just plays according to how you pick it.
Yeah. Which is cool if, if that's
no.
how it is.
Life
don't
is Strange
know.
has done stuff like this before. They make you do
So-
stuff a certain way.
Okay. Well, it could be
If-
different, though, this time. You never know.
Like, if you do it wrong, she'll probably have a sequence saying, like, oh, let's start from the beginning.
You're playing this game again, probably, right? In your spare time?
Oh, yeah.
Do
Well,
it differently
find
and
it
tell
out
us
then.
if, yeah.
Alright,
Tell us
so
if it actually...
We got 2 left, I think?
Flowers. No, flowers. Flowers
do
and
the
then register.
I would think it's the register.
Rush order. This must be what Riley came in for. I think that order might have been for these lilies.
Of course.
Oh, I guess it makes sense with the
helped me
check.
pick them out before she left.
Now we just have to figure out who ordered them.
Now it's the register.
The check for the lilies would be in here, right? That could tell us who bought them.
Should.
What's up with you and cash registers, Alex?
Mr. Jedediah Lucan. Huh.
Mr. Jed bought them, huh?
Looks like
Love the
lilies are for
flowers.
Jed.
$89 for that bouquet?
Right. Riley dropped off an order for Jed.
Stay single, guys. Flowers are expensive.
I knew you'd figure it out.
$20 for a bouquet. For a small
Couldn't
one.
have done it without you.
At Walmart, not at an actual floral shop.
Who goes
Jed
to the
must
flower
be
shop
hosting
anymore?
some event.
I would, honestly.
I wonder why he wants lilies, though. They're traditionally for funerals.
God.
Oh, hey, my brother
She
died.
doesn't remember.
You good? Oh.
Tell her.
Ooh,
Tell her.
tell her. You can't. Don't lie to Terry.
You have to help her through it. Tell her.
Yeah. If you spare the pain, she will just hate you.
It
more.
doesn't help. Because somebody's gonna tell her at some point. It's somebody's gonna bring it up. Be
And then-
upfront and honest with her about it.
Yeah, I would. She has Alzheimer's.
They were for Gabe's wake.
Gabe's wake. Gabe's wake.
I actually feel this emotion.
Missed it.
Now hug her.
I don't know if that's a choice.
Alex,
Free guy at Hugger.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's
What was that twinkle?
Excuse me.
I thought she was gonna hit you in the head with a gnome. The way she walked to her side looked like she was about to hit her.
Oh no,
with
you
something.
don't.
okay. That sucked.
Now go to her.
At least
Go help
I
her.
told her the truth. She's really hurting, but I didn't want to lie to her.
That's important.
The door has
Poor
emotions.
young man. How did I forget?
I'm so sorry.
How did I forget?
Andrew, I know we swayed your decision there probably, but which one would you have chosen if we weren't
I
here?
probably would have told her, to be honest.
Okay. 'Cause I can sense you were gonna
you'll
click
find
on the
that
other
I'm
one.
a really nice person in these games. I will never be mean.
But in real life,
So-
no, I'm just kidding. In real life,
In
I'm
real
gonna lie
life,
to you
I will
about my
just be
dead brother.
stupid.
It's like any fantasy playthrough where you're just like you try to play the bad guy and then like 5 choices in you're the best person in town.
Oh, bro. Anyone have any good advice on taming stray cat? That's not a cat. Found this cutie in a trash can, but he's a crazy pants.
Ma'am, that is a cougar. That is not that is a mountain lion. That is
So
He's a
that's
chonker.
big cat. Jasmine, that's not a stray. That's a mountain lion cub. Be very careful. They can be very aggressive when threatened. Try leaving a door open. It may leave on its own. And it's under my bed. Broom. I'm calling animal.
Broom?
control.
Broom. Broom.
I got one of those upstairs. You could.
I got a broom upstairs. I'll come over and help you with your mountain lion
Steph.
cub.
No pressure.
There was nothing
was
over
your
here,
phone?
was there?
Probably a mountain
No.
lion. Alex, I'm so sorry about today. I really did appreciate your help. It just hit me hard.
Why is she like a very weird sounding Morgan Freeman?
I can smell you.
Female Morgan Freeman.
Read your part, Andrew.
Don't apologize. It's been hard for all of us.
All right, Sean Connery. Jeez. Don't be sorry. It's been hard on all of us.
It's been hard for all of us.
Yes. Flowers. Yes, very difficult.
Can I go here?
Yes.
Wait.
That's Mac.
Nope. Bye, Mac.
No, talk to him.
No,
He is the main
record
story.
store first. Record store first.
Yes.
Is he the main one?
This is things to do. This
Things
is the
to
main
do.
stuff.
Oh,
This
notes
is
to
not
sell. Yeah, so go to the other 2 first then.
So the dispensary's not even that important.
We'll go to the dispensary and then we'll go listen to some music.
How's your progress in Moondrop Ranch?
I read that as Shading Tatum.
Coop?
What?
Oh, I couldn't. I spent too much money romancing the lumberjack.
What?
Mom, that's my special sock! Sorry.
Just play it, you'll see.
Only if you start Dust and Daylight.
Was that Dead by Daylight?
Yes.
I'll think about it.
All right. What do you do? Who just walks out in the middle of the street and pulls out binoculars?
That was a camera.
I'm not
She's
gonna
a
lie, it looked like
photographer.
binoculars.
At the poop.
Nice.
Nothing says festive like 3 exclamation
Like pooping?
points. Steph asked
Nothing
me
says
to pop by the
festive like
record store
pooping.
if I had
We're
time.
going to the record store first.
Whoa.
Dude, look at Bigfoot.
Steph asked me to swing by. She's got to be around here somewhere.
Are you kidding me? You can cut there, right? The game crashed.
Yeah, I see a giant fatal error screen.
Yeah, the game crashed.
Yeah, I can clean this up.
Yeah. That
Make
wasn't
sure your
video
recording's
recording.
okay.
That was the actual game.
Okay. Good thing I'm recording in full screen.
No, it'll give me an AMD pop-up.
You have one new item in your inventory.
Why did you just sound like someone on a phone call?
Hello? Hello? I know you're not a coffee drinker, but I really want to make like 6 more cups of coffee for some reason.
Oh, Okay.
Oh wow, that's a good.
Yeah.
Crashes again.
Steph asked me to swing by.
Wait, did I miss the dispensary?
No.
You missed the game crash.
You missed the game crashing.
That was the perfect time for me to run and grab ice cream then.
Bottom line, before the door.
So the people don't know it crashed, but now they do.
I said it a minute ago.
Gabe was hoping I'd get back into playing.
I just love the timing. I run out of the room without warning to go get ice cream and the game crashes.
Helpful. Looks like Steph might be working on a new project.
You know what this is, by the way?
Helpful.
This is Kevin.
When he takes a poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. 3 hours later.
It's done that how many times?
2 hours later.
Oh.
There's sometimes where he's like back before everyone else because we all
There you go,
decide to
Jason.
leave for a
Oh,
second.
dude.
Time
Issue
to
number
play a visit to an old friend. Snap. You should, or should I say, an old.
Oh, hold on.
enemy.
No, this is mine. This is mine. Remember?
Oh no.
Time to pay a visit to an old friend.
Well, I already read this page.
Or should I say, an old enemy. You don't belong here, Monster Slayer. I'm not leaving here till I get answers. You won't be leaving here at all. No. Where is the Sky Sword? Fine, I'll tell you. The sword was last seen in the city of Carnaris. Carnaris? But it's infested with
It's weird that they're the same voice actors.
where spiders?
It's every enemy.
No, they were spiders.
With worse spiders.
All who quest for that sword lose something dear to them. But I'm not destined to save the realm with the Sky Sword. Or sorry, but I read the line wrong. Okay, we'll roll it back. Good thing you won't be questing alone. Oh no, it's a whole third. Now I gotta figure out a third voice. Hey, Dennis, do the lady. Halloween.
Oh wait, no, that's you asking for Halloween.
Yeah, no, but the voice, the line I just read, that's the lady. Good thing you won't be questing alone. Halloween.
Wait. No, that's this guy because he has the horns. And the helmet.
No. It's look at where the speech bubble is. It's coming from behind.
Yeah, but I thought the speech bubble was the
okay.
goblin again, so I read it in the goblin's tone.
It's been quite a while since I've read an actual comic.
That's not how usually they are, though. It would just be like a blank bubble.
Just want to be
Eee! I hate you.
Why?
Chrissy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jason. We found out that toy, in fact, did have catnip. I looked it up on Walmart,
Told you.
and it says catnip in the title, but there's actually a catnip logo on the tag itself. Like it's a leaf with the word catnip inside of it.
But not as cool
I
as
got his
me.
cat high on accident.
She's getting high all the time.
Buying his cat drugs.
Shut up.
Such a poor influence.
The
Oh, look, hoodie
section,
guy.
Huh? That's rough,
Huh?
buddy.
Who would have broken up with Jonah Hill?
Most people?
Jonah Hill's awesome.
See, leave me.
That's mean.
Chrissy. Wait. Isn't that the name of
I do feel bad sometimes because Jonah Hill is the butt of all those jokes. Like he
Jonah
is
Hill's
actually a pretty good comedian and a good
About a lost dog, right?
Yeah.
and a good actor, but he's the butt of all of those jokes.
I've heard he's also like a really good guy. Like everyone loves working with him.
Call them right now.
He's not self-centered. He's like actually like chill.
Well, and he's done a couple of interviews where he's talked about that too, where he's like, I get it. I'm the fat, awkward-looking guy, but I am really tired of being the butt of all of those jokes. Like all the movies, all that, like that's all they cast me as is that guy.
Then he lost weight, and they're like, we don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, Yeah, it seriously affected his career when he no longer looked like that guy.
Thanks again. Me and Chrissy owe you
Which,
one.
story of society.
Which sucks because I guess Jonah Hill didn't actually break up with anyone. His dog just went missing. Now he's looking for sad music for his dog.
Still going.
It touched the water! It did. It did once. It did once. I confirm.
Did it?
Yeah, no, it did.
You're the only one that saw
By
it.
the way, I don't think you guys were paying attention. His dog is found.
Yeah, no, his dog was found. He was calling the person. I was paying attention. I was reading it while we were talking.
Here somewhere.
You found the dog poster earlier, and that was the dog, Chrissy. And so he called and asked if they had the dog, and they said, yeah.
Adventures of Thanor. Haven't listened to Firewalk in a while.
It's Chloe's favorite band.
I like their old stuff better anyway.
Ooh.
I can't believe he ordered that record. Fuck.
And butter.
Can't believe I paid for the record.
I'm glad Gabe convinced her to stay.
I'm not.
Haven's favorite and only choice for modern rock.
Knock 3 times.
That's 4.
Hey, I'm glad you stopped by.
It was 3.
Sec, but have you talked to Ethan at all?
Talked is maybe too strong a word. I tried.
He's taking it really hard. But what you did for me this morning got me thinking. What if Ethan needs something like that too? Something fun and distracting. Something like a LARP.
Yeah, we're gonna LARP still?
Like the one you and Gabe were gonna take him to?
Yeah, but designed just for him and Thanor.
He'll love that.
You get to make
Yeah, I'm glad
cosplays,
you think
Andrew?
so. I need your help though.
What?
I want it to
You're
be
making
as good as
cosplays.
it can be. Ethan gave you one of his comics, right?
I'm trying to date a LARP
What do you
chick.
think?
I'm making a cosplay on you.
Who would the famous monster slayer have the most fun defeating?
That guy. Or Skeletor. I'd choose that guy.
I like Storm Ritter.
You're going with Storm Wave?
Yeah, you cannot defeat me!
I gotta get back in there. There's some stuff in my comp.
This is why I can't be a voice actor.
Help me make some calls. See what I can do.
I'm laughing so hard I can't remember the protagonist's name from the kid's comic book.
Thanor?
Thanor, that I got the th. That's as far as I got.
Spring Festival is just around the corner. Sponsored by Typhon Mining Company. Admission is free this year, so bring your friends, bring your family.
Free.
And bring your dogs.
I'm sure it'll
Okay.
be different this time.
That's a
I don't have
dog.
an axe.
Bring your ex. I'm sure it'll be different this time.
I don't have one.
It's fine. One day, Andrew. Hopefully not, actually. Hopefully you find the one right away.
She said her oh.
Oh. Looks like Steph wants me to do more than just make some decisions.
Oh, no.
She wants me to play a bard.
I'm out.
I'm in. Let's
Dang it.
start with
I'm out. Guess I'm in.
My name
Owing,
is...
owing. No! You're owing in the comic!
That's always a good name for a bard.
You're not a freaking
Literally,
alto singer!
The comic we just read gave you a character to play into so that you could make a better impression on the kid. And you chose a different name.
Hey, maybe he'll
The
write him in
game
the comic.
handed you the materials to
No,
get closer to the kid.
Hey, he's still gonna get close
How
to the
did I
kid.
meet
Either way. Heroic story.
Funny story.
Okay.
No, you're a bard. It's a funny story.
A wolf and an ogre walk into a bar. Oh, God.
That's how I felt when I wrote
There's that
NPC.
shelf we'll never know anything about.
That's how I felt when I wrote NPC.
We go back to her.
For those who don't know, I played D&D once, and I made my own halfling bard that was named Nat Pat Claw, because Jason said that I couldn't make an NPC, so I made one named NPC. And she basically was a mer woman for a while, and now she's looking for her husband or something, and she's pregnant. She pops an egg out every now and then to dance and sing.
D&D.
That's as far as you're gonna hear.
She was a changeling carrying a mer person's baby.
Eleanor said Mac is nearby.
It was a whole thing. It was
Maybe
It was not okay for kids. I think Oh wait. Hey, saw you did the LARP. Thank you so much.
You did.
Oh,
you
wait,
saw
no, we
nothing.
didn't. Yeah.
You were still in the booth. I just walked out the door. You haven't come out of the booth. I can look in the window. You're still in the booth. You're lying to me, Steph.
Andrew, I didn't finish reading everything. You didn't even read. You do that every time.
Of course.
I think Ethan's going to love it. Okay, thank you. We had to finish the conversation.
Of course.
No, what was the thing on social media?
I wonder what Steph's working on. I think it's cool. I should DM her to find out more and see how I can help.
This
This
doesn't happen to have anything to do with your last post, does it?
Shoot. If only there were some way to find out.
You hush.
be a good time to check out the dispensary. Jed said Charlotte wants to talk to me.
Look like a zombie now. Alright.
We haven't been in the dispensary yet.
Sorry.
I guess we won't ever do it.
Yeah, right?
Every time we try to go in.
We met briefly. You're Gabe Chen's sister, right?
No.
Ah, Diane.
Yeah.
Who are you?
That's the chick that was sitting with Ducky.
I didn't know him well, but I could
Oh.
tell he had a big heart. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
She's hiding something.
Am I sure
She's hiding
it's
something.
fabulous?
She killed Ducky.
Oh, that makes so much sense. As much as I hate to say it, Mac's innocent.
I don't think he's dead.
No, Mac is innocent. He's dead, but Mac is also innocent. Mac is covering for his bosses in order to keep his job because when he reported it, they said, screw it, blow it anyway.
And she's, yeah, I got you.
And she knows. That's my prediction.
Charlotte?
Alex, hey.
Jed said you wanted to see me?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
I've been trying to stay busy mostly.
Yeah. Distractions help.
Don't do vegetables, kids.
How about you? I can't even imagine what you're going through.
Honestly, I'm really trying to keep it together for Ethan. He's hurting.
He does seem distant.
He practically just lost a father.
Again.
But he's shutting me out. He's never done that before. Not when it mattered.
Why is there an alien bong?
Because there's
Why was that
always an alien
underlined?
bong.
Hold on.
There's a new
Realize how
dialogue.
much you're hurting, even when
Oh.
you try to hide it from him.
Because I talked to Ethan earlier.
Instead
learned
of
his
Oh, there's your
being
speech.
strong,
New speech that you
maybe
got.
the best thing you
Yeah,
can do
before
is
though,
show
it
him
was
that
like you could change dialogue
okay
on
to
them. I guess it's on different people now.
That's kind of cool. Makes it harder
That's
to understand.
Really
but
helpful, Alex. Thank you. I can't get over the feeling that the one person who could help me deal with the aftermath of Gabe's death
died.
Gabe?
is Gabe.
Yeah.
What is this?
An envelope.
An affidavit from Typhon. If I sign, I'm agreeing not to press charges.
Well, doesn't
In exchange
she
for
get
a
one of those
payment.
too?
A big one.
How big? We gotta know.
How big are we talking?
It's send Ethan to college big.
Shit.
Oh, he's got ears too.
Are you gonna sign it?
I don't know. I'm trying to put Ethan first, but... What would you do?
I think the bowl's
I
empty.
think it would be a betrayal of Gabe.
Oh.
This
I'm
is
not
a
gonna tell you
difficult.
anything.
This is a difficult one for me because honestly, like my life insurance policy at work, if anything happens to me on the roadside, my life insurance policy pays my ex-fiance, and I've already given her instructions: dispose of me as cheaply as possible and put the rest of the money in for her girls to go to school when they're old enough for further schooling.
Dispose of me as cheaply.
That's pretty much what I told her. I'm like, just find the cheapest way to get rid of what's left of me and
burn me,
put the
bury
rest
you
of
in
the
your
money to
flower
the
pot.
girls.
And done. Here's the best way to think of this moment. Be Huey
What about Dewey and Louie?
from The Boys. Remember when A-Train ran through his girlfriend at the beginning? Make a choice.
Well, if I was going with my own decision, I would say turn the offer down because I think they're hiding something. I wouldn't want to. I would want to find out the answers. And
I don't think this is how the game's gonna work. But like, if it was me,
that's how I would think.
If it was me, I'd tell her to sign that and stay out of everything. Get the money for Ethan, stay out of everything, and then when everything goes bad, everybody else will take care of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's how the game is going to work.
It
might. And I do want to see them pay for what they've done.
I think Gabe, also being who he is, he would want her to be happy, and especially Ethan.
Take
like
money.
To have a future.
Because Alex isn't getting any money, so Alex is technically left out of this situation, so she could press charges if she wanted to.
Yeah.
Take the money.
Take the money and run.
I just hope the game still lets you get.
If the money helps, I think you should take it.
Well, the whole point of the game is to find out what happened,
Thanks,
so either way,
Alex.
you're going to find out.
Means the world.
Yeah, but just finding out and them actually getting
But Ethan should come first.
dealt with for it,
All right, now look at all the drugs.
I was going to say, I want to look at all the things in this shop, but I feel like we can't put that in our video.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's already nothing inappropriate. I mean,
There's a lot of
stuff-
hand butter
stuff
in
you
this video,
shouldn't
so I think-
do.
I mean, it's all legal in the state where this takes place, so that's.
Money.
Yeah.
And he did it all with one rusty saw and a bottle of gin. Impressive.
Nice.
I see why Gabe was so in love with her.
Weed?
Thanks. Back at you.
She said it's not betrayal. Still makes me feel sick.
Same. But Gabe would understand.
I'm gonna figure out why Mac's lying.
Glass pipes are so cool. They're like works of art that can also get you high.
I love the mocking tone. She's like,
Calm down, Manny.
Man, it's like, yeah.
More than my bus ticket.
All right, look, I'm not that fat.
Lay off the donuts, man.
You got broad shoulders.
Bet Charlotte designed it herself.
Totally.
Sculper.
I live here now.
For some reason, when he said sculptor, I laughed and I almost pooped my pants.
I said sculper.
I know.
These
Look,
bougie
weed!
dispensaries are gonna put all the creepy dudes named Gene out of business. Charlotte's dedication to her art is so inspiring.
What's weed tea?
Do you want to
A
know?
thing.
In the circumstances,
We're about to find out.
definitely go for a few of these.
Whoa!
Don't do drugs, kids.
The weed has emotions.
Do the trick.
It's pretty-
Pro tip:
Insomnia doesn't usually come from nowhere, and THC is way better at treating it when you're also tackling the underlying cause.
The weed's so shiny.
Don't do
Any idea what's
weed.
keeping you up?
Don't do the weed, kids.
Don't do vegetables, kids.
Don't do it.
There's nothing quite like a cup of weed on a cold day.
I like that one. That was funny. Did we look at the chisel? We looked at the chisel.
Yeah.
Oh, cactus!
I really love Charlotte's style.
What?
It's a big cactus.
So excited about a cactus.
There's something you don't see.
You can make that in a raft now.
Wow. That's what it looked like when I popped my knees.
In the Dominican, there's such
I was laughing and my eyes were closed and I opened them to her making the same face.
It just looks like a constipated monkey. It just looks like me with our squatty potty at 3 in the damn morning.
That literally looks. I'm not even lying. When I bend down for work now, like it just. That's what I look like because it hurts.
With your big old headphones and your empty eye sockets.
I don't have.
Oh, that smells.
Stairway to Haven.
Oh, I was supporting as I was laughing. Oh.
Blows my mind that Charlotte's been running the dispensary this whole time. I couldn't even leave the apartment.
He's gagging himself out of his room with it.
It's so bad.
Clothes on.
What?
I could totally paint that.
What is that?
Just don't want to.
It's a mask.
These are my kind of discounts. A little steep, but can you really put a price on a kid's dreams?
Clearly.
Dude, Ethan is asking for money. I think Gabe was there.
Nah. We can go talk to
Alright.
Mac now.
Now on to the actual story. As Paul Hockey used to say, and now the rest of the story. It's Paul Hockey, right? Yeah.